everyone, Bethany Siggins here. Welcome back to my closet. And today we're going to round out the series talking about personal style. The first video we discussed your standard style types. The second video I talked a little bit about choosing style words that are reflective of you and a little bit more personal beyond the standard style type words. And then today I said we'd round out by talking about pairing opposite styles together. Now, when I was reviewing fall trends for just what's coming up for fall, because the runway happened a long time ago, back in February, I was noticing a huge style trend was putting opposites together. Victorian dresses with lug sole boots, and not a super new concept, but it just seemed to be permeating a lot of the runway shows. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you which pieces we're going to play with today, all from my closet. So mind you, these are my things and my taste, and you kind of have to adapt for yours. We're going to play with just a classic navy blazer. In the elegant style type, we've got a dressy, kind of more tuxedo style blazer. In our feminine style type, we've got this kind of floral, loose cardi. For the modern style type, we're going to play with this interesting piece. For the creative artistic, we're going to look at what we pair this kimono with. For your dramatic, bold style type, we're going to look at what we pair this blazer with. For your sporty, we've got your sporty jacket. What am I going to put with that? And then for your natural, we've got this kind of Navajo print piece. So, thinking of opposites and what do we do with these things? Classic, really, you can put with just about anything and it's not going to be a mistake. That's the wonderful thing about classics. The thing about classics is if your entire wardrobe is classic, then it can lack a bit of dimension. So what I've decided to pair the classic with is a bold piece. And it's navy. There's not really anything that isn't going to go with the navy blazer. But the silky shell really is the piece that's allowed to stand out in this pairing, and a bit opposite, because obviously this is very forward and approaching, and this is very subtle and a little more quiet. With your elegant piece, what's kind of interesting and fun to pair with it is something a little bit more on the sporty side. As you can see, this is a little bit cinched. You might even call this like a modern tuxedo pant. So we've created a tuxedo here, which is not as dressy, and it's got a little bit of a modern edge to it. With our feminine blazer, we're putting something kind of sporty, a little bit masculine. I think a jean is always a little bit masculine and tough, and so the tough and the soft is kind of a nice pairing that I really enjoy. I don't like things to look too soft and too sweet. So with this modern piece, I've got this feminine flowy dress. It's got a little bit of a boho flair to it actually, and a little bit natural. It's got sort of this natural print. So it makes a really pretty statement and makes the dress a little less sweet when you put something modern with it, and it just kind of makes it interesting. And so if you're wanting to downplay the feminine or downplay the modern, then you do that pairing. Then we've got our creative piece, our artistic piece. Honestly, anytime I wear something that's got kind of a creative artistic, I want it to stand out. So most of the time I put it just with a very natural shell underneath, just a white tee, white jeans, and then this is the star of the show. That's what I most of the time do with a creative artistic piece, because it is really out there and it's really talking, and you need to let it talk. kind of the same idea with your dramatic piece. This is the star, and if you start putting a bunch of wild pieces with it, it's fine, but it can start to look like, where does my eye go? So just a very elegant, simple black shell underneath for an evening event, maybe with those black pants that I just showed you. Then it's just all about the jacket, which if you purchase something like this, you just kind of want that to be the star. With my sporty piece, I always love putting something feminine with it, and I've got this really pretty drapey skirt. I've never actually done this pairing before, but I like it a lot. I could see it with some tights and some ankle boots for the fall. Just kind of an interesting juxtaposition of the tough and the sweet. And lastly, most of the time when I have kind of a natural piece, I want to glam it up a little bit, make it a little bit dressier. So I've got this tank that's kind of in the same little earthy tones, but obviously sequins. So put that with a black jean and a black ankle boot, and you've got a really cool outfit that's got a natural edge to it, but isn't too natural. It's got this pretty touch to it. So this is just to give you an idea of how you can play in your closet, because I know right now where most of us are budget minded, we don't really probably necessarily need to run out and get a lot of things for fall. Anyway, we have less events. So look at your wardrobe and see where you've got some opposites that might work well together. It's a similar concept to the color wheel. As you know, opposites like red and green are complements of each other, orange and blue, violet and yellow. So this is the same concept as this. These are complements of each other in style. And so obviously I've got all different style types here. And if you are the same, it doesn't mean that your wardrobe doesn't make any sense. It just means that you need to get creative in finding ways of pairing these things so that they are reflective of you. Because I don't think you'd necessarily pull this piece out and go, oh, that jacket's totally Bethany, but I've put it with something sequin and a black jean, and then it feels right. So this is rounding out our series of your personal style types, your style words, and pairing opposites. And I really appreciate you tuning in. I'm not sure what the next series is going to be or what the next video will be on, but I think it's going to continue to play on playing in our closet, because I think that that's kind of what we need to do right now rather than running out and getting a bunch of new things. So stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you again soon. Bye.